Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be a shop my stash. I'm going to take you with me, pick out some random makeup from my collection and do this makeup look with you. So I hope you enjoy. I haven't done a shop my stash in a few weeks and I really want to focus on these a lot more going forward. Yeah, I love to pull out things I haven't used in a while and kind of rediscover them. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and get into the shop my stash. All right, let's pick out a foundation first. Does anyone else do this? I don't know why I leave foundation sometimes in their box for a long time, but I do. Okay, let's pick something new. Not something new, but something I want to use. I kind of want to use Face and Body from MAC today and maybe like mix it with something. I don't want to do something with a lot of coverage or too heavy because I'm gonna go to the gym in a little bit and I don't want to have on thick heavy makeup at the gym. Let's see. Actually might mix it with one of my foundations in my shop my stash. So I think, or one of my foundations in my project pan, I mean. So I think I'm gonna do this one and then we may mix it with something. And then we'll do a concealer. Which one? I'm trying to not use the same things over and over. Honestly, I kind of want to use my Becca corrector in the light medium shade. So I normally kind of mix it with the new medium color, the Smashbox medium, but I don't know. I don't really feel like mixing. I might just try to use this lighter one and see what happens. And then let's see, for concealer, I kind of want to mix again. So I have the Kosas. Is it Kosas or Kosas? I don't really know. The Kosas concealer and then the Ilia concealer. The Kosas is kind of dark. The Ilia is kind of light. So I kind of want to mix them. I don't know. I'm going to pick both of those. I really want to use my Flawless filter. So I think I'm going to do that and then probably not another highlighter. I just kind of want to use that one. And then let's see, for a powder, maybe the Ilia, what is this called? The Soft Focus powder, I think. Yeah, I think I might do that one. I think I might use this Refy Beauty Brow Gel today. I haven't used that one in a while. And let's see. I kind of want to use Rare Beauty. I know I use this one a lot, but I'm pretty much out of this. I need to just go ahead and use it up and throw it away and buy a new one, but I just keep using it because I love it that much. I kind of want to do that one. And I don't think I want to do any eyeliner or anything. I kind of want to use my ColourPop Lippie Pencil. This is in shade BFF. This used to be like my absolute favorite lip liner. I haven't used it in a long time. So I kind of want to do that. And let's see. I honestly might just do a little bit of this Dior Lip Glow Balm. Either that or maybe like this. This is one of the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heats in Fussy. I don't know. I kind of want to do one of these two. And okay, for an eyeshadow palette, for some reason I kind of want to do my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I don't know why. I probably won't use a ton of the shades in here, but I like the really neutral colors in this palette, and I don't use it that much, so I think I might pull that out. For a blush, I think I might do this, the Cover FX blush duo in Pink Dahlia. I haven't used these in a long time. I think I might do that one. Okay, down here I just have some random like face palettes. Kind of want to use, I might even use this instead of an eyeshadow palette, my Dior Glow Face palette. I love this thing, it's so pretty. I think I'm going to pull that out. And I think that's it for in here. Okay, and for bronzer, maybe I'll do the Cover FX bronzer also, since I don't ever use this either. It's really pretty, but it's kind of dark, so you have to be pretty light-handed with it, but I do like the color, so I think I might do that one. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not really sure at all what kind of makeup I want to do. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. That's kind of why these videos are fun. So I'm going to first go in with the Flawless Filter in shade number 2. I haven't used this in my last few videos, and when I go a long time without using it, I start to really miss it. It's one of my favorite things. So I'm just tapping this in. I don't really want to do like a super heavy look today. I kind of want to do something more natural and lightweight. I feel like lately that's just kind of been my preference. I don't find myself wanting to do as many like heavy eyeshadow and super like glammed up makeup looks. I mean, I love that, but I don't know. Lately I've just been really even more into like natural makeup looks. So I don't normally use this on its own, but I kind of want to try the Becca Under-Eye Corrector in light medium just by itself today. I usually mix it with the newer version with Becca or with Smashbox in the medium shade, mainly because I find a lot of times this is too light under my eyes, or I feel like it is. But it's been a while since I've used it, so I'm gonna try it. And I am actually going to use my finger and just kind of tap this in. So this is the old version, the Becca version in light medium. And then they came out with the Smashbox Becca version that has 4 shades now. So there it is. I mean, it looks pretty. I think my issue with this is really, I'm not used to something so like bright under my eyes. That's just not, let me turn this down a little bit so maybe you can see. I'm just not used to having something that bright under my eyes. I've never been into that really bright under eye trend, but I'll see how I like it today. Okay, yeah. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I think it's what I said. I think I'm just not used to how it looks because I normally use something that's definitely more peachy and not so bright. But I don't know. Maybe once I put the rest of my makeup on, it'll be okay. All right, for foundation, I pulled out the MAC Face and Body, but I kind of want to mix this with something. I kind of want to mix it with my Armani Luminous Silk in shade number 4. This is in my project pan, so I'm trying to use it up, and I've been just mixing it with things. So I think I might try it. I'm not typically huge into using my hands for things, but I'm gonna try this today. So I got a little bit of Face and Body and a little bit of Armani Luminous Silk on my hands, and Face and Body that I have is in number 1. I'm gonna try this with my hands. I'm assuming with Face and Body, I'm gonna need to use my hands, even though we're mixing it with Armani. So I mix those two together. I like the finish of it. I mean, it looks fine. It's not very much coverage, but neither of these foundations really gives a ton of coverage, I would say, and this is probably being sheared out even more by the Face and Body, so that's fine. But honestly, it's okay because I'm going to go in with concealer, but I've got to add a little bit of a corrector to my under eyes because this is just not working for me. So I'm going to add just a little dot of this. This is the Neutrogena corrector. Yeah, I feel like Becca, they need a shade in between the light and the light, medium, and the medium. It's like the light one is too light, at least for me. But then the medium one gets more orangey and a little too dark. It's like they need one in between. I don't know. But I'm not a huge fan of mixing them. I mean, they're okay to mix, but sometimes I'm just like not in the mood to mix things, you know? Okay, so I'm just gonna tap this in just to tone down that white color a little bit under my eyes. I feel like it always makes me look like I just put like straight up white out under my eyes, and I just don't like that. For concealer, I'm going to use Kosas and Ilia, and we're going to see if we can get any more coverage on my face. So I'm going to take the Kosas concealer first. This is SC 1.5. And I'm going to put it in the inner corner and kind of out here in the outer corner. And I'm gonna let it sit. This concealer is the serum consistency, so I find if you don't let it sit for a minute, it doesn't give you much coverage at all. So I'm gonna take the Kosas concealer. This is the shade for neutral. And then I'm gonna blend out the concealer on my face first. So interesting to me that Kosas says that that's a neutral shade concealer. To me, that is not neutral. That is definitely a warm toned concealer, but they say it's neutral. I'm using my F03 to blend out under my eyes. Okay, since I'm gonna use powder, bronzer, and blush today, I am gonna set my face with a little bit of powder. I find that if I use powder, bronzer, and blush, they just seem to go on a little bit better if I set my face first. So I'm gonna use that Ilia Soft Focus powder. And this powder is really, really fine. So it's a very lightweight powder. It doesn't doesn't look super cakey, so I'm gonna take it on my cheeks and making sure to take it down the sides of my nose, a little bit on my chin, and then I'll just take what's left on my forehead. Okay, for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Cover FX in Sunkissed Bronze. I like this. It's definitely pretty deep in terms of the color, if I remember correctly. So I'm tapping off quite a bit on my brush, so hopefully I don't get too much. I kind of mixed both the shimmery side and the matte side, and we'll see. I think these bronzers only came in 2 colors. I feel like they needed at least 3. I feel like there definitely should be one like under or lighter than this one, but this was the lighter one of the 2. Okay, it's pretty, but yeah, it's very dark. And let's see, this is the BK Beauty 104 brush. I think this is actually a powder brush, but the shape of it is pretty good for bronzer. So I'm just adding a little bit of it to my nose, and then I'm just bringing some down my neck because I want to make sure it matches since it is a good bit deeper. I don't have any like self-tan on right now, so. All right, and then for the blush, this used to be like my favorite blush in my collection back when I got these, which was, I probably had these like 2 years now, but this is the Blush Duo in Pink Dahlia. So again, you have the matte and the shimmery side, and they are just so pretty. I definitely prefer the blushes in these over the bronzer, although the blushes are also very pigmented if I remember correctly. So I'm going to use a little bit of the shimmer and the matte side. So the color of this kind of reminds me of the Patrick Ta blush in She's That Girl, the pink one that I'm always going on and on about. This pink kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, this used to be my favorite. Do you guys remember when these were like everywhere on YouTube? Like everyone was talking about them. I feel like no one talks about these or really Cover FX anymore. But I remember back when I was like first getting into YouTube, they were so popular. I love the color, so good. I'm actually kind of liking this base more and more. Still not sure about the under eyes. I feel like that Becca corrector is just throwing me off. But anyway, overall, I like it. All right, let's do the brows because they're really bothering me. Is anyone else like this? Some days, if I don't do my brows before I do my makeup, the whole time I'm doing my face makeup, I'm thinking like how much my brows are annoying me. Is anyone else like that? I don't know. Some days are worse than others, and today I just keep thinking, oh my gosh, I want to fill in my eyebrows so bad. Okay, so we're gonna use the Refy Beauty brow gel. I'm gonna see how I feel about this today. I've never been so indecisive about a brow product before. This one, you just have to work with it to get that white pigment to go away, and I always kind of forget about that. But the hold on this is really, really good. You just have to make sure to really work that through the brow so you don't see that white cast. I'm really brushing my brows up today. I'm sure the person that told me I look like a werewolf really likes this look. I doubt that she's watching, but I think I said that on here. Somebody commented, this was probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know. But somebody commented and said that my eyebrows look like a werewolf and compared me to Brooke Shields in the 80s, which they clearly meant that as an insult. I take that as a huge compliment. But yeah, every time I like really brush my brows up, I think about that. All right, I think I'm gonna try to use my NYX brow pen today. I still feel like I'm working on mastering this. I don't feel like I'm all the way there yet. It's kind of like you have to learn how much product to apply and how much pressure to use, because this can get out of hand like really, really quickly. I'm gonna use my MAC Painterly, just a really, really light layer of it, just as a base for my eyeshadow. I really don't know still what I want to do on my eyes. I will say, I haven't really been super excited about any new eyeshadow palettes. I feel like there haven't been very many new palettes that have come out, but I will say the one that's kind of tempting me is the new Urban Decay, the green palette. What is it called? The Wild Greens, I think. That one is kind of tempting me. If anyone has that palette, let me know in the comments what you think of it. So I'm kind of interested in it. Now the question is, do I want to use this palette or do I want to just use the bronzer I used on my face and maybe this Dior palette? Kind of want to do that, honestly. I think I might do that. I'm like having one of those days today where I keep thinking I feel a hair on my face and I can't find it. Does anyone else do that? I have days like that where sometimes I just keep feeling like I have a hair on my face when I'm doing my makeup, but I cannot find it. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna mix the two bronzer shades again and apply them on my eyes, but I'm gonna do this very, 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 very lightly because like you saw, these are super pigmented. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit of both of those in my crease. I think I barely tapped either of these products and you can see like how much color you get. It's crazy. I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronze in the Dior palette, like just a little bit, and I'm gonna apply this in my outer corner, like just kind of tapping it out there. And I'm using this same fluffy brush, so it's not super intense. I just want like a little bit of that color. And okay, then I'm gonna take, I love this color, this gold, and I'm gonna use it. My finger, look at, oh my gosh, so, so pretty. And I am gonna apply this in the center of my lid and just kind of tap it all the way up. I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of go over the edges. I'm gonna take the bronze color again with a smaller brush, and I'm gonna put this on the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the white shade, which is right here, and I'm using a little pencil brush, and I'm just popping that in the inner corner. I love this little palette, you guys. This is probably one of my favorite makeup items, honestly. It's so beautiful to me. I don't know, something about it when I use it, I just get really excited. And then I'm also going to take this pink and I'm going to use my same blush brush that I used earlier, and I'm gonna top this over my blush. Totally unnecessary, but I just love this little palette. It's so good. Okay, I haven't done really anything with my eye powder pencil in the last few videos, so I kind of want to use it today. So this is my Charlotte Tilbury eye powder in the brown color. So I'm actually just applying it to this outer half, and then I'm going to take an angled brush and just kind of drag the edge out. So you get a little bit of a wing, but it's like very, very subtle. I'm going to take a little bit of the Makeup by Mario liner on the outer corner. I find honestly just doing it on that outer corner is really all you need. It really makes a big difference, especially if you do like a little wing like this. I feel like it just kind of almost makes it look like you have a strip lash on when you put mascara on, even when you don't. So I curled my lashes, and now we're gonna do mascara. I'm gonna use Rare Beauty. Yeah, you guys, this one is on it's on its last leg. Look how messy it is. If you've tried a mascara recently that you really, really like, let me know in the comments which one it is, because I don't know, I've kind of been in the mood to try some different mascaras, but I feel like there are just so many mascaras to choose from. So let me know if you've tried one that you just loved. And for the lips, we're gonna do ColourPop in the shade BFF. Oh, this one is so good. Now I remember, literally this used to be, this is probably one of my first lip liners ever. And I just love the color and the formula. The formula reminds me so much of the KKW lip liner formula. Ooh, yeah. I'm actually really glad I used this again because I kind of forgot about how good this is. Now, do I use this or do I use the Fenty? I kind of want to use the Fenty. What is this? Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat in the shade Fussy. Oh yeah. Ooh, I like that combo. So I'm gonna spray my face as always, pulling out the fan again. And that is gonna be it for the Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. I kind of wasn't sure when we were doing the base makeup, but now that I see it all together, I really like it. The main thing that I just don't care for is the Becca corrector on its own. I don't know, something about this by itself, I just don't like how it looks. But honestly, everything else looks really good. The foundation looks good. I definitely like it a little bit more with a little concealer to cover just a bit more in like the cheek area. But other than that, I really like it. I like the blush and the bronzer. Kind of glad I pulled out that blush again because now I feel like I'm gonna want to use this pink Dahlia blush again. Love this lip combo, the Fenty Heat and the ColourPop BFF. Really, really good nude lip combo. This is fantastic. If you want to splurge on something for yourself, this is a really good splurge item. And yeah, I love how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. I will list everything and link it below for you as always. And I will see you guys next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.
Sunday morning, waking up with you. We got no plans, we got nothing to